You are a delightful specimen, a fecal demon worthy of a special place in a museum. Of course, this special place will have to be disinfected on a continual basis, but I'm sure the revenue brought in by the crowds of eager tourists who want to see you will be more than enough to cover the cleaning costs. Since this is your island, do you know what Hepzibah is doing here? The demon smiles flirtatiously. She tries to make her voice sound soft and seductive, but without much success. I know everything, all the secrets, but first you must serve me. Then I will lavish you with my favors. Why do you look like Nocticular? The demon lowers her. She giggles, pleased with herself. I can take on any form, and Nocticular is the most beautiful and perfect creature in all the world. That is why I want to be like Nocticular. Why did you summon me here? The demon grows petulant, her voice whiny like a spoiled princess. I need a knight. I am the Folsom Queen, so I must have knights who will repay my enemies for wronging me. I've been hurt by everyone. This is my island, and they have made me an outcast. They kicked me out of the big wet cave, and they don't respect me at all. Especially that overgrown lizard, that black dragon. She chased me away, mocked me, and then tried to eat me. Ugh, dragons are nasty. Be a good knight and kill the dragon. I have already killed that dragon. The demon shrieks with delight. You killed her! Oh, did she suffer a lot? No, I'll take her big stupid bones and throw them in a pit of quicksand because they are mine. And the silly lizard is all mine too. And you, I'll reward you. An object begins to move within the filthy belly of the Folsom Queen. There's a squelching sound as she squeezes it out of her like a splinter. And a grimy tube falls to the floor. It looks like something a wizard would use to store valuable spell scrolls. These scrolls have very powerful spells written on them. I took them from a stupid wizard. I created them myself. Yes. So this is the Golem equivalent of the Pathfinder universe. The Folsom Queen falls silent, her face screwed up as if trying to work out a puzzle. Finally she beams at you and declares, since you have served me so bravely and faithfully, you must now go and kill Hepzibah. Then I will reward you with my powerfulness, and give you true bliss. The slimy creature lets out a sickly, slurping sigh of satisfaction. What did Hepzibah do to you? The demon begins to list her sorrows, ticking them off with her fingers. She has hurt me many times. She brought in noisy demons with spiky things. She won't let me eat yummy slaves. She sits around in my caves like the worst kind of rubbish. She didn't ask permission. Oh dearie. Let her die, make her dead forever. And kill all her stupid demons too. They will definitely be waiting for you. You were very loud when you killed the dragon. The whole island shook. There's a gate in the big tunnel, and the stupid demons will be waiting for you there. Rip their stupid heads off and throw them in a whirlpool. Tell me what Hepzibah is doing. I'll tell this to you and no one else. The demon chuckles and begins to whisper conspiratorially. She brought a bunch of tasty slaves here and told them to dig. They're noisy and make the whole island shake. They pound the rocks with their silly iron sticks, and then gather the glowy stones and take them to the main cave. Then they bring lots of demons here, there, and they all start screaming in pain. At first I hunted slaves. Oh, they were tasty, but then Hepzibah sent demons with prickly things to hurt me. A large tunnel leads to the main cave, and there's a whole lot of demons there now, but Hepzibah is stupid. Ha! I'm much smarter than her. I use holes to go wherever I want. I sneak inside, ate the yummy slaves, and then I dumped their bones into whirlpools. Do you know a way for me to slip past Hepzibah's guards? The Folsom Queen seems puzzled by your question. She makes confused slurping noises and stares at you in bewilderment. Eventually, however, she bursts out triumphantly. I know, I am the wisest. I immediately thought of a very cunning plan to help you. While all the demons are sitting in that big tunnel waiting for you, you're going to sneak into my hole behind their backs and kill that horned beast. The demon looks extremely pleased with herself. She waves her hand and the nearest cesspool of filth begins to bubble. The churning liquid slowly recedes, revealing a narrow crevice. The rocks are smeared with a thick layer of mud, and a disgusting stench emanates from its depth. What's at the other end of this passage? The mine where I hunted those yummy slaves. Perhaps Amira would never expect you to come from there, because she is stupid, and I, the fulsome queen, am full of cunning. But what if she wants to eat us? Your cunning's beyond compare. The demon's liquid form wobbles and wriggles as she gurgles with laughter. We have a deal. I will destroy Samira. Yes, kill her. Make her suffer. Let her choke on sewage and then beg for mercy. Nasty, nasty, nasty old imposter. You know what you should do to her? You should. The demon opens her mouth, but cannot come up with a suitable punishment. She stutters helplessly for a moment. Make her dead forever. Okay. The Folsom Queen tries to look regal and impressive, but without much success. She dismisses you with an awkward wave of her hand, disturbing the swarm of flies that hover around her loathsome form. They scatter in all directions with a low buzzing sound. Okay. Let's surprise our enemies from behind, why not?
Follow if you dare.
Master, we're dying here. Oh.
I am your end!
Freedom at last. Are you here to kill the demons? We can help. We know all the tunnels around here. We'll make those monsters pay.
I'm off.
Whatever.
Test of my abilities.
Your struggles end here.
Whatever.
I do what I must.
Whatever.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Ancient carnivorous crystal. Well, that looked very impressive. It's a bit of a shame that this game doesn't have an RPG system for crafting. I mean, we can buy stuff, yes, but improving it, building it, changing it for a game that has an immense depth that's certainly missing. Die faster! You're here to work! The mistress didn't buy you at the flesh market so you could sit around and eat free gruel. Damn, a Baylor as a slave overseer, that's a bit overkill.
Their life ends here! We do it my way.
Whatever.
This will be quick.
Whatever.
Follow if you dare.
Whatever.
Okay, that's a barrier. A specific tool will be needed to dispel the barrier of seething abyssal energy that blocks this path.
Whatever.
I'm off.
The demon Muchasifan observes the army's departure. Uh-oh. With the air of a military leader watching soldiers on parade. When he finally notices you, he barely acknowledges your presence. Ah, it's you. Why aren't you dead? The demon shrugs nonchalantly. I thought our mutual acquaintance explained this to you. Did the echo tell you that I cannot die? Not by ordinary means, at least. However, if you think I will reveal the secret of my immortality, you are greatly mistaken. Oh, I wish I had your luck, my demon colleague. With this ability you can perform all kinds of dangerous and deadly experiments. I wish I weren't restricted by any mortality. There are so many things I'd like to do, but I have to restrain myself. Where's Epsamira? Ah, she's not far. She's actually on the other side of the barrier I constructed. It's an excellent barrier, very reliable. I performed the formula invented by LAWD. These barriers cannot be opened without a key, and they are also perfectly camouflaged. I heard that the barrier in your little town of Dresden was particularly effective. Crusaders walked past the entrance to the Midnight Fane thousands of times, but never noticed it until now. You cannot get through the barrier to Epsamira without my help. I could help you, of course, but I won't. If you want my key, you're going to have to take it, Muchasifan chuckles. I've already defeated you in battle once. Do you really... Right, before we do that, we're going to talk. Where are those demons going? Those marvelous demons that I selected by hand. Ah, the army that I personally nurtured and nourished with the power of Nahindrian crystals. They have been sent out. I hope your imagination is already running wild with possibilities. Some were precious to you, some were entirely defenseless. Muchasifan pauses. Well, any guesses? If you think I'm sending them to the little town of Dresden, you are mistaken. First of all, it is already being dealt with by others, and second... There isn't much... Oh, do we have to retake Dresden? Secondly, there isn't much to honor to be gained from conquering that pathetic rock pile. The town's been ravaged like a whore. It's been taken more times than a brothel slave in Alchinira. No, my army will not go to Dresden. Our mutual acquaintance showed me a far more interesting target. The Echo of Discovery told me about a sanctuary of the Imperial Lord Polura that is hidden in the depth of the world wound. It seems that a handful of Sarkorian stargazers and their angelic patrons have been fooling the armies of the Abyss for years. The temple has been hidden under the noses of all the mighty demon lords, Minago, Darazand, and of course Epsamira. No one has ever found it. If I conquer it and bring it to ruin, oh, the victory will be mine alone. And I have something very special planned for those stargazers. Demon licks his lips. Why are you working with the Echo of Discovery? Because it is a pleasure to work with him. Our business arrangement is mutually beneficial. In the Abyss there are two kinds of alliances. Alliances based on shared interests, and alliances based on shared enemies. My alliance with the Echo falls primarily into the first category, for now. He gave me information about the location of Polura's hidden sanctuary in the World Wound, and in exchange I performed a Nahindrian ritual on him and endowed him with new powers. You should keep that in mind the next time you see him. And you will see him. Again. Soon. I've already defeated you in battle once. Do you really want to be humiliated a second time? Give me the key to the barrier and I'll let you escape with your life. Muchasifan licks his lips nervously. After a moment's hesitation, he muses thoughtfully. Well, what do I have to lose? After all, I've already betrayed Hepsamira. If I give the key to her enemy, I'll rid myself of both of them. He takes a few steps toward the passage used by soldiers. All right, mortal, here's your key. He pulls an object from his belt and tosses it to you. It lands at your feet with a clang. No need to get upset. I'll do whatever I need to keep you from attacking me. I don't want to die on such a momentous day and ruin my chance to finally destroy Pelura's temple. Yeah, pretty sure we couldn't have killed him anyway. He would have disappeared. So we need to protect Pelura's fall.
Whatever. Over there.
This?
A trivial task.
Magical equipment is used to give mythic powers to demons. These implements are similar to the ones you saw in Xanthia's lab. There's a trap.
That was easy.
What do we have? Loot? Mutasiphan's letter. If you're reading this, Hepsamira, my plan has most likely succeeded. I am now leading an army, my army, through the lands of Golarion, and you are shaking with terror, waiting to find out how your father will punish you. Ah, how I wish I could be there to witness your humiliation. Perhaps Baphomet will spare you and send you after me. You probably hope to capture me and make me suffer using the power of the hindering crystals that I helped you to obtain. Well, you should know that first of all, the revival system I created for myself is flawless. You can't kill me, even if you manage to kill me. Second, I'm already close to perfecting my deadliest weapon. Do you know what it is? I will be able to temporarily remove the powers and abilities that are bestowed by the hindering crystals. See, I've told you my secret. But I will not tell you how I will achieve this feat. What will it be? Poison, a spell, a magical object? I want you to think about the possibilities, so that you should shudder and flinch at every shadow. One moment. Okay. A long time ago I learned a simple lesson. To gain power in the abyss, you must seize your underlings by the throat with one hand and destroy your enemies with the other. Well, you've destroyed many enemies, but you've never been good at controlling your subordinates. I've been preparing this rebellion for years, weaving intrigue, recruiting allies, gathering resources, working out a revival system for myself, and you never noticed. But be sure to mention that to Baphomet. He will appreciate my subtlety, although he will not be pleased that an ordinary demon in incubus spawn no less has tricked his princeless daughter. So farewell, princess. I look forward to seeing you, but I will not be disappointed if your death prevents us from meeting again, Mutasiphan. This Nahindrian crystal has not been fully cut, and its facets remain unfinished. These working notes document possible methods for blocking the powers granted by Nahindrian crystals. However, the notes are incomplete. Either the research is unfinished, or it has reached a dead end.
Ha! A trivial task.
Nothing of interest. Tail string, but I don't care. That's it? Oh, they destroyed the bridge. Well, that's clever. If you look beyond the ruined bridge, you can see a planar rift in the distance. I mean, seriously, we could just jump, climb, jump. Okay. We're not going to do that.
Whatever. Whatever. Whatever.
Why are they not attacking us? A heck lot of treacherous Xioneki. Who are you?
Retreat is not an option. There's something here.
Huge demon cowers in fear when he sees you. He trembles, covering his head with his huge hands. Eek! Who are you? Did a lady in shadow send you to punish us? I knew this would happen. Oh, have mercy. It's not my fault. Who the fuck are you? The words pour from his mouth, nearly tripping over themselves in their haste to escape his lips. My name is Xoneki. I used to be a slave here, but then I worked hard and they made me an overseer. I kept a good eye on the slaves, and if anyone slacked off, I whipped them hard. When the slaves revolted, I lashed 3 of them to death before they brought me down and trampled me. The guards cleared the mine shaft of rebels. They healed me, and I was assigned to watch the kitchen, where the cook rules for the slaves, so I'm a cook, or a soldier. Don't hurt me, all right? I'm a good worker. I can do good work for you, too. What the heck? You followed the rules of this place, you did what you were supposed to do, and received the promotion you deserved. A faint sheepish smile appears on the demon's face. Then maybe you can let me go, huh? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's just playing us. Tell me about this place. This is our newest location. We used to mine on the other islands. We hollowed our Vesglar. We mined until there was nothing left, and the island began to sink. All the crystals were taken to the Nexus, and from there they were sent to Golarion, to some wizard called the Plagued One. Stupid name, huh? The demon chucks nervously. That's why our camp was at the Nexus, but the land became dangerous there and everyone was evacuated, so this is where we live now, but life here is so bad. The demon's eyes fill with tears. Oh, there are constant rock slides, predators prowl the caves, and a dragon hunted us until Epsamira formed a truce with her. There's also some kind of foul, stinking creature lurking about. Some of the guards ran into it and told me about its horrible stench. Ugh, of course, many of them disappeared at their patrols and never returned to report anything at all. And the crystals, they reek of something foul. Their light brings death. Most miners who manage to live longer than a year will die from exposure to the light. Those who survive become stronger and gain great power, but that doesn't happen often. Most of them just die. Why aren't you mining crystals on Alinthia? The cowardly demon shrinks back in terror, his whole body shakes with fear. It's too dangerous. We wanted to, I swear we did. Our scouts inspected the mines there, carved out a few shafts, and confirmed that the veins were full, but then they caught a few of Nocticular's spies, and we realized that Our Lady in Shadow was watching us. Epsamira ordered us to stop what we were doing and get out of there. She said that we would mine the crystals later, after Nocticula was no longer a threat. The demon falters, suddenly realizing that he has said too much. Would mine the crystals later, after Nocticula was no longer a threat? Well, we know that already, that they plan to kill Nocticula. Why does Epsamira need so many Nahindrian crystals? The demon's voice drops to a wary whisper. She's gathering an army, a huge army, to go to war on Golarion, but this army won't be like before. She gives the soldiers the power extracted from these crystals, and we've got so many crystals. No one will be able to resist this horde. What does Epsamira do with the crystals? Epsamira? Nothing. Everything is done by her assistant, Mutasafin. He cuts the crystals to stabilize their delicate energies. If you don't cut the crystal quickly, it loses power. As the power drains away, the crystal grows dim. Anyway, once the crystal is cut, Mutasafin selects a demon and conducts a ritual that will give them the mythic powers of the crystal. Interesting. So Mutasafin built an army for Epsamira and then took the army and left Epsamira behind. What can you give me in exchange for your life? The demon hesitates for a moment, torn between his greed and his cowardice, but his terror gets the best of him. In the kitchen, behind the cauldron, I had a stash there. I stole some things and hid them away. Take them. Just don't touch me. I mean, we are an angel, right? Should we kill it? I mean, we have a demon in our entourage, one that managed to get good, and I mean, he's not technically good, but then again, he told us everything he did. We'll spare your life. Incredible mercy. I swear I won't forget this. I'll remember this for the rest of my miserable life, Master. The demon feigns tears and does his best to look grateful. Well, that's mildly interesting. Unappetizing gruel simmers in this pot-bellied cauldron. Okay. I told you he would be here. If we kill him, Epsamira will give us a reward. Oh, what a coincidence. He wants to die.
What I was waiting for. I will defend my dream.
I'm gone. I'll take care of it.
These remains contain traces of divine power. The demons did not merely sacrifice this person to Baphomet, they tore them to shreds. All that is left of the body is a few scattered bones.
Interesting. A trivial task. That was easy.
Whatever.
We do it my way.
Here we found the torture chamber. Midnight Bolt. I believe they are somewhat important. If you want the secret ending, you have to have a certain amount of Midnight Bolts. But I'm pretty sure we already... we can't do the secret ending anymore. You remember the small lady that betrayed us? A camp? And a Crusader camp. Apparently we were supposed to... There was a way to detect her betrayal. I mean, obviously there was. I read about that with you. But I'm not sure where I missed that. Anyway, no, wait. There's loot? Where? Oh, there. Okay. Anyway, we didn't do that, so I'm pretty sure we can't do the secret ending anymore. Of course, I don't know. Okay, we've done everything we can. This marks the end of our episode, and in the next episode we're going to deal with Epsamira herself. If we can fight her, I'm not even sure. It would be cool if the game allows us to fight Baphomet and Discari and all of the other ones. I mean, we never met Baphomet before. That could be kind of cool. And if we kill his daughter, it's likely that we will have to deal with him eventually.